Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, Weekly Wrestling Podcast, the Indie Power Rankings, the Uncle Mike and Tom Show, WrestlingHeads Radio, and Beyond the 3 Count, where we are Elite. Welcome, everybody, to WrestlingHeads Radio. It's me, Oscar, going crazy from this crazy-ass Raw reunion I just witnessed. But joining me from this craziness we just saw, I got Tom with me. What's going on, Tom?
Not much. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy ending to Raw, but I would say there was also another thing going on tonight with Raw Alternative that I was going insane for. So both nights were a success.
Yes. And also, I just want to let ladies and gentlemen know that we also got another guest from the Weekly Wrestling Podcast. He's probably is like the father of the Elite Podcast Network. Yes, I call him the father. Mr. Matthew Graham, what's going on, man?
I'm your papi. Sorry, I had to. What's going on, folks?
Not much, man. I had to make you do the Eddie Guerrero thing right there.
Oh, had to, man. Had to. Big Pop. How's it going, fellas?
Not much, man. Had a great weekend, Just went to Lucha Underground this past weekend with me and Skip. And hopefully Tom had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. First weekend I've had off from work in a long time, so I kicked back, watched some wrestling, caught up on some New Japan, watched some old PWG, watched some Beyond Wrestling. It was a good weekend.
God damn. Now you had a fun weekend. But anyways, we just witnessed Raw reunion, which we didn't expect to be that good, but actually was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Tom, what you think of Raw reunion?
Honestly, I thought it was okay. I'll be honest here. I was more in tune watching Raw Alternative, which was broadcast live on YouTube, on Beyond Wrestling's YouTube channel. I was kind of more focused on that than Monday Night Raw. But I did catch some of the good points that were on Raw.
Yeah, definitely. Matt, what do you think of tonight's Raw, if you did watch it?
I'm going to be honest, the exact same thing with Tom. I watched Raw Alternative. I actually just did a podcast, fresh off a podcast, talking about Raw, and I couldn't really say much just because I haven't watched the show. But I've heard some good things. I've heard some bad things, so let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely. There were some legends appeared tonight, but before we talk about all legends and all that, basically the point of the show was they're trying to bring back the guys that were fired, like Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Eric Rowan. But what happened was Triple H put John Cena in a match, pretty much at tonight's main event. The whole entire night, they're trying to make us think what's going to go down. So then, when the night was going down, Triple H and Stephanie made the announcement that who would John Cena wrestle against, which ended up being a 3-on-1 handicap match. And it ended up being John Cena had to go against Seth Rollins, Kane, and The Big Show. And if John Cena wins, all those guys they just fired a few weeks ago, like Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback, will get their jobs back. And if John Cena loses, he will no longer be participating in the WWE World Heavyweight title this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. So that's basically what happened there. I mean, that was obviously a no-brainer what happens in the ending, but well, I think we should go to the end because the ending was kind of shocking. You can say that they did have the match, a 3-on-1 thing, until we saw a familiar face in the Titantron, which ended up being the legend himself. Sting actually appeared tonight on Raw. Sting, yes, people, Sting. Not the singer Sting, the legend Sting himself. He came out and then basically distracted Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane. And then John Cena did a roll-up pin on Seth Rollins, and he got the pinfall, and then John Cena won the match. So that means Ryback, Ziggler, and Eric Rowan get their jobs back, thanks to the man that calls Sting. Tom, what you think about that ending of Raw?
I liked it. I liked seeing Sting on Raw. It was awesome to see, even though it wasn't a promo or anything. It was just a short little snippet. I'm sure as we get closer to WrestleMania, we'll be seeing more of Sting. But I thought this was good. But I especially liked when Lesnar just came out and completely destroyed Kane and the Big Show. Just he picked Big Show like he was 200 pounds, and it just shows why Brock Lesnar is the beast incarnate, because the guy is just he's a freak. He's a freak of nature. And, you know, we've been complaining for I don't know how many months that we don't see enough of Brock Lesnar. And, you know, I thought it was just awesome to see. So I liked the ending to Raw. I thought it was a good way to kind of hype up the Royal Rumble. Obviously, we didn't see Raw go off the air with the usual everybody fighting each other sort of thing. I think maybe they'll save that for SmackDown. Full reason to tune into that.
Yeah, definitely. Something you mentioned about Raw, another thing I didn't mention was that Sting actually wore his TNA jacket, you know, with the red and all that. I was thinking, what the fuck is this, you know? But he did have the TNA look of Sting. The good thing about it, he didn't have the red part of that face paint, but oh well. Matt, what do you think of the ending of Raw, Sting appearing at the end of Raw?
The only thing I have to complain about personally is the fact that they didn't promote it. You would assume with Sting signing for so many, or I should say so little dates, that they would promote every single appearance that he had. Even I had the same thing to say at the Survivor Series. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess they are going full force with the Sting Triple H thing at WrestleMania, and I have no arguments towards that because I feel like that's the best match he probably could have had.
Yeah, you know, the Survivor Series, I give that a pass because they try to do, you know, back then in the month of November, it was free, and they were trying to get new subscribers. But by bringing Sting in the Survivor Series without any, you know, hype or anything like that, and making a surprise, that kind of make them think that, okay, if we get all these free subscribers sign into the network, and we keep bringing people that who will make people think that, okay, who never know will appear in the pay-per-view, maybe they'll subscribe. You know, who knows? We might bring next figure next month. You know, try to make people think that way. That's what they're trying to do. But the Night of Raw, I wish they did promote that Sting was going to appear, but it shocked me. I didn't expect Sting to come out. I was like, whoa, shit. But I'm happy to see the guy, and yeah, and then the way it looks like, Triple H and Sting is a go at WrestleMania, which I will be there. So as Skits, we'll be there at WrestleMania, and something's telling me that's not going to be Sting's last match. So
I don't think so. I have this feeling that it's not going to be one and done for Sting. I feel like he's going to have a couple of matches. It's going to be kind of a once or twice a year sort of thing, and I think Sting can do that, even though he's how old, 50 something years old. But that's the type of schedule that he needs, is just working one or two matches a year, and that's fine. and like Matt said, at first I wasn't really down with the Sting Triple H match, but the closer we get and what we saw from tonight, I actually think it could be a pretty decent match. Obviously, Sting isn't what he was, in WCW or early TNA days. Put him in there with a guy like Triple H, who Triple H can go out there and still put on a damn good match. So I think you kind of need somebody who can help kind of carry the load, considering Sting's age. So I would be perfectly fine with the Triple H Sting match, and it'd be a way for Sting to get his first victory in the WWE at WrestleMania against, a legend like Triple H. So I'm liking the matchup more that I think about it.
Yeah, to me, I feel like Sting, he's either going to get a handful of matches or, actually, you know what? He's not going to go over a handful. Just put it that way. He's going to have a handful of matches, then they'll put him in the Hall of Fame. I could see him going against Triple H. We always know that. Possibly SummerSlam against Seth Rollins, and next year WrestleMania against The Undertaker. That's what I see. That's what I'm seeing right now from Sting's schedule looks like.
I don't know if you guys saw this before we get into anything else, but apparently Triple H broke character tonight because he made a kid cry, and I guess the kid got free merch and went backstage after the show.
I saw that on Twitter, and then
that's news to me. This is news to me. Okay, explain how all that started, because that's to me right now.
I guess the drummer or something that got fired on tonight's show was the kid's father, and he started crying, and I guess Triple H kind of hooked him up and everything and broke character, like, right in front of everybody. So there's a picture and all that fun shit on Twitter.
It's the curtain call. It's the curtain call all over again. God damn it, Triple H exposing the business.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but I think that's just Triple H. Triple H has been known to be an asshole, but I think when it comes to, the fans and stuff, he's got, a soft side to that. So if he makes a kid cry, he's like, oh, shit, now I got to fix this.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Another thing I want to talk about with Triple H is there's another thing that I feel like he kind of dissed Vince McMahon in a way. If you go back to that backstage segment he had with Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Miz, and Mizdow, that little segment they had, when Nash asked him, what kind of show you're running here? I think he said something about, hey, it is what it is or something like that. I think that's taking a shot at Vince McMahon. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it could be, I guess. I thought it was funny in that segment when they were backstage and they were like, Triple H, what kind of show are you running here? And he's like, I don't even know. That kind of was a little subtle shot at, Vince and whoever's really running the whole thing. Obviously, Vince is in the main control, but everybody else that's involved in Vince McMahon's inner circle. So maybe there were some little hints at Vince McMahon. It could be, but it could be, us thinking way into it.
Yeah, definitely. We always be hearing rumors, even today, that, in the last few months, that, Vince and Triple H are butting heads. I'm hearing a real report that, they're butting heads. Supposedly Vince don't like them. Triple H is trying to do something to have something for them. I don't know what's going on here, but that's what I'm hearing right now between Triple H and Vince McMahon. They don't know. They're not getting along with what's going down and how they control it, but that's how it is. And
I think we saw that with the Ascension tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go into that, because that was pretty good, actually, I like to see. But what Matt was talking about, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, all right. Oh, you know what? Shout out to Smart Cat. He just sent me the picture of the Triple H and the kid incident. Yeah. Shout out to Smart Cat for that. By the way, let's go back to the thing you're talking about. Pretty much the NWO came out. It was actually just Nash, Hall, and X-Pac. They came out with those NWO shirts on and did the usual, the survey and all that stuff. And then the Ascension came out. And then when they came out, you know, talking to the NWO, bringing up like how they are, they're better than LO, DX, Smash, Demolition, whatever. And then he mentioned them that, you know, we're especially better than guys who came from WCW. And then I was like, oh, fuck. You know, saying something to turn them down. But then, out of nowhere, JBL came out in defense of the NWO, which it's funny, he took off his tie and then he started taking off his shirt off. And all of a sudden, he was wearing an APA shirt. And then you got fucking Ron Simmons coming out. Then I was like, holy shit, the APA. So the APA music starting to hit. They went inside the ring. And all of a sudden, here, oh, you didn't know? You know, your ass better call. Well, not especially if you didn't say your ass because they have a PG product. But, you know what I'm talking about. The fucking New Age Outlaws actually came out and saying it ain't a party without us. And then there you go. You have the Outlaws, the NWO, and the APA basically circling the Ascension. And then you have the Outlaws attacking the Ascension, and then you have Branch did the clothesline to hell at one of them, and then there you go. They kicked their asses. They all fucking kicked them out of the ring, and then they all just partied in the ring. The NWO, APA, and New Age Outlaws. So I'm gonna go past to Tom. Tom, what do you think of that little segment they had there?
I thought it was pretty cool to see all those different tag teams in there at once. But one thing that I just completely hate, what is JBL supposed to be as a commentator? Because he acts like the biggest heel, but then when the Ascension's out there, he acts like a face. You can't have both. It's either JBL is going to be full-on heel, and he's going to be the heel commentator as opposed to Michael Cole and Booker T, who are, you know, the face commentators, or just put JBL as a face and then have 3 face commentators, which that doesn't work, but it seems like that's what WWE wants to do. It leaves me confused, and I just don't get it. You know, you're trying to make JBL act like an asshole, but yet he's getting cheered because, you know, the APA is back, which everybody, you know, loves the APA, but JBL's supposed to be a bad guy. It's supposed to be a heel. It's supposed to be the dick of the commentators. I didn't get that. And the thing with the Ascension that I saw tonight is 2 things. One, even though people are complaining about them, they were getting such loud boos tonight. People don't like them. And that's their jobs. They're supposed to be heels. They're supposed to be not liked. So I thought that was at least okay. I mean, this crowd tonight in Dallas was usually better than a normal Raw crowd. They were a lot louder. There's a lot of chants going on, so I could appreciate that. But another thing with the Ascension is that they just talk way too much, and they do all these, like, corny lines. I don't know if it's them. It's probably, once again, Vince McMahon, you know, telling them that this is what you have to say. You know, with the Ascension, I think they should just go out there and destroy people, and that's it. You know, they shouldn't have to come out there and, you know, promos and keep on talking and talking. You know, just let them go out there, do their thing, and that's it. And that's how you can build up a credible tag team.
Yeah. And one thing I'm gonna say, Tom, that you're gonna get mad at me, but them Dallas Cowboys was in the house. It was in Dallas, Texas, so I have to say that. I know you hate those motherfuckers. But,
I hate the fucking Dallas Cowboys. And I saw that. See, I didn't even notice that they were there until I looked on my Twitter because I was too busy watching something else. So it was okay. And you know, I can say that the Dallas crowd was pretty good tonight. So you know, I'll let it pass.
I will say, to back up your comments there, Tom. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The Dallas crowd was good, but the one thing I have to disagree with you on is the Ascension, man. I think it's just go away heat at this point. It's not good heat, man. That's terrible, man. Nobody wants to see the Ascension, especially when they're sitting there comparing themselves to the Road Warriors and whatever. They're just.
Well, I think isn't that what they're supposed to do? Is piss you off? Like, it's not like. When I think of go away heat, I think of people like, Cameron and Eva Marie who don't have talent.
Fuck, they have that heat for me. I could care less about the Ascension, man.
Yeah, I think it's just how they're being booked. And I think it's been a lot of the case with a lot of the NXT guys and a lot of other guys too on the main roster. It's just how they're booked and portrayed. When the New Day.
Go ahead. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Just look at how well the Ascension was booked when they were in NXT. Look how well the group flourished while they were in NXT. And then they bring them up and just put face paint on them and give them shoulder pads and all this BS. It's just, I totally understand where you're coming from, man. It's the booking of the Ascension.
And it's not like I'm not like a big fan of the Ascension. I'm just a fan of, you never know what talent can be. And you have to give them a chance if you book them right, and you give them a proper chance instead of, like you said, going out there with the face paint, with the shoulder pads, just kind of ruining everything that the Ascension was in NXT. They did the same thing. Yeah, they did the same thing with Bo Dallas. They could have had something gold in that guy as a huge heel in the company, and they completely ruined that. I don't know if that's salvageable or not, but, he's young and he's just getting off an injury, so we'll see how that goes. Big E, that 5-count gimmick that he had in NXT was awesome. He comes on the main roster, and look where he's now, is with the New Day, which I think most people couldn't give a shit about, just like the Ascension. And that's the problem, is that WWE doesn't give you a reason to care about a lot of these guys unless your name is, John Cena.
Exactly. One more thing I wanted to point out before we moved on is somebody's tweet. Is JBL just wearing his APA shirt under a suit every week, just waiting to pick a spot?
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, he's been burying the Ascension on commentary, so he must still think that the APA is still relevant, so he keeps that under his suit every week to remind himself.
And one more thing, the Dudleys, why wouldn't they have them appear in this segment?
I don't. Are the Dudleys really supposed to come back to the WWE? Because I feel like if you were going to bring them back, you would do it at the Rumble, because the Rumble needs the surprises, whether it's in the 30-man Rumble or whenever.
Plus, they're in Philadelphia, the home of ECW.
Yep. So I feel like it would have been better if they're going to do it at the Rumble as opposed to tonight on Raw.
Yeah.
I get that. I just kind of threw it out there just because, there's so many tag teams that appeared tonight that hadn't been around in a while. I figured why not throw it out there.
Yeah, definitely. And, that's a good point. Royal Rumble will be at Philadelphia this Sunday, and hopefully they work something out, because there's reports out there that Bully could be going back to TNA, but we'll see what happens with that. Before we move on, I want to share this tweet from Smartcast. He tweeted that a difference between heel heat and heat where the crowd doesn't respect you, and once you go away, not the Ascension's fault. That's what. Shout out to Smartcast on that.
And it's not like, the crowd was chanting, "You suck" at them tonight, and usually when a crowd does that, I think it's more of a good heel heat, because think about that. If you're fans like us, that love the old tag teams, and you hear the Ascension, you say, when they say all those things, you're like, I fucking hate those guys. But I think we get the wrong reason. We think, oh, they're rip-offs, their shit and all that, but I thought they got some okay heat tonight. It's just they need to be booked better, plain and simple, Get rid of the face paint, get rid of the stupid fucking shoulder pads, just have them go out there and kick the shit out of people, and that's what you need to do, and you need to build heat on those guys. I don't think you could have done it tonight, but another night, let's say that Hulk Hogan or somebody or Ric Flair's in the ring, the Ascension music hits, they go out to the ring, they lay him out with the fallen man. That's a good way to get heat. Have them just kick shit out of a Hall of Famer or a legend. That's how you get heat on somebody.
Nathan from Eyes on the Ring, you're my boy. X-Pac heat. That's exactly what the Ascension has. But we do have a caller. 540, you are on WrestlingHeads Radio.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
This is John from Florida. Hello?
Yes,
hey,
we hear you.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, how we all doing tonight?
Doing great. How's your night?
It was good. Monday Night Raw was totally awesome, but a lot of people saying it was bad, but you know what? I think it was awesome seeing Sting come out on Monday Night Raw for the first time.
Yeah. I was happy to see Sting tonight.
Yeah, but, we started off the show, of course, with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Talked about how Seth Rollins beat him up, and Brock wanted Seth Rollins to come out here so he could beat him up. Triple H comes out with Stephanie. Well, Triple H comes out alone, and Brock Lesnar goes head-to-head with Triple H, and many think he's going to fight him again. And then Stephanie, Kane, and Big Show, all of them come out and tell Brock and Triple H, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. Seth Rollins then appears on the video wall and goes on and goes on and goes on, and then John Cena shuts him up.
Yeah.
And then Triple H, and then Cena goes on talking about how the Authority was responsible for firing Ryback, Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler, and then Stephanie with her little voice, says, "Oh, John, we're gonna give you a match tonight. We're gonna let you choose on the WWE app if you want to risk it all for your championship match, or if you bring back your friend." So, yeah, the WWE app, of course, says yes. The other match I want to talk of the matchups. All right, so let's get to the matches. Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. I thought that was a good match. Bray had all the momentum. He had the upper hand against Daniel. Daniel, of course, made a little comeback, but then corporate bitch boy Kane. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, not a problem. Just you try and broaden up your thoughts. We got a lot on tonight's show, so we just got to make it quick.
Okay, and of course, Kane comes out and attacks Daniel Bryan. Bray Wyatt gets the win, and voila. Then you have the Big Show interrupt the Legends panel, all tough. He thinks he's all tough, knocking out a 16-time world champion. Thinks he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Show. You know who has X-Pac heat? Big Show. Get the fuck off of my TV screen. So sick of fucking Big Show. You know on this wall way too much.
Also,
you know what's
guys.
funny? You know what's funny about the Big Show? You know what's funny about the Big Show? He was telling Hogan, Flair, and HBK they're all washed up and all this stuff. Can he look in the mirror? You know, do we all care about the Big Show today? I mean, is he washed up? You know, it's funny and more funny about it that he mentioned his time in WCW. That was like 20 fucking years ago. So what the hell was the point?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he was gone to business for 5 years. You know.
Now can I go ahead again? All right. This another promo I liked. Another segment I liked. The Ascension finally, after talking trash about the Legends, finally got their ass handed to them.
Yes.
And this is something we were talking about. A lot of people were waiting for that, and I think that's part of the reason why that Tom was kind of defending the segment, just because they've been pushing and clamoring for that for so long, but then they got their comeuppance.
And one more thing to talk about, the main event. All right, so we have Cena against Kane, Big Show, and Seth Rollins with the help of a drum roll and the help of a trumpet, with Triple H and Stephanie making fun of Cena like they've always done to him, and yet backfired because of one man, the vigilante, the icon, Sting.
Yes, Sting.
I was
happy to see Sting on, man.
I would have never expected to see Sting on. I didn't expect to see Sting on Monday Night Raw, but for the first time, never in my 15 years of watching Raw have I seen Sting come to Monday night. Never in my 15 years of watching wrestling.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either, but I'm happy that he came out. Sting was my favorite of all time, one of my favorites, and I'm glad to see him wrestle at WrestleMania this year because I'm going to be there. So I'll be happy to see Sting out there.
Good luck getting tickets to see that match.
I already got tickets already.
Good. Well, that's good. That's good. So you'll get to see Sting and Triple H face off. But anyway, thank you very much for the phone call. And I know you got a lot of busy stuff, but I will still say my Royal Rumble prediction is Roman Reigns. I'm still torn between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan because they're two top guys, but I can see one of them winning and the other losing.
All right. So you're going for Roman Reigns. All right. We'll be giving out our predictions. Hopefully, maybe tonight's show or maybe the show during the week. But we'll be giving our predictions anytime soon. But thanks for calling in. Okay.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
All right. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah.
You know, I have one thing to say about that phone call, and it's still real to me. Damn it.
All right.
Before we move on away from this extension thing that we were still talking before that caller called in, I just want to say that it has been announced that this Sunday at pre-show, if I'm not mistaken, but it's the Ascension will be going against the New Age Outlaws. That's going to be going on.
So
this
the New
weekend.
Age Outlaws are getting another WrestleMania payday. Good to know.
Well, I don't know about WrestleMania moment, but this is a Royal Rumble match.
What needs to happen is the Ascension need to absolutely kick the shit out of Road Dogg and Billy Gunn back down to the Performance Center.
Back down to the goddamn Attitude Era.
Yeah. Okay, but this is the question now is, say they do that. They beat that shit in New Age Outlaws. What is next for the Ascension? You're going to give them a damn tag title shot against the Usos?
At WrestleMania, yeah.
I guess that's what it is.
What else are the fucking Usos doing? They're doing nothing. You might as well put the Ascension against them at WrestleMania. There's something else to do.
Yeah, I guess. And I hope, I'm still hoping next and Smash get announced to the Hall of Fame and they cost the Ascension the match at WrestleMania. Just don't get my fingers crossed on that. All right. Yeah. Also, what happened on Raw today? If y'all read the reports, supposedly AJ Lee was backstage. No, she did not appear on Raw today. I did not see her there. But you had a Divas matching Paige and Natalya against Alicia Fox and Summer Rae, which Natalya and Paige won. But it's also been announced the Royal Rumble this Sunday will be Paige teaming up with Natalya against the Bella Twins. So there's no Diva title match, just to put it out there, just to move forward. I tweeted something earlier today about a match that was going on, which between Cesaro and Tyson Kidd teaming up against the New Day, which I tweeted. I got a feeling we're gonna see something we're not gonna like, put it that way. And I was right. The New Day defeated Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. All right.
Just I don't have any fucking words. It's ridiculous. You know, at least you weren't doing anything with Cesaro and Kid. You put him as, you know, this fucking awesome tag team, and you make them lose to the New Day 2 weeks in a row. Okay.
Did I say it like a few weeks ago? This is what it is. They're just forming this duo just to get their asses kicked by the New Day. That's what I said a few weeks ago.
The New Day that was losing to, you know, Stardust and Goldust, who I don't even think were on this show. Yeah, you know, that New Day. The New Day that no one gives a shit about, and yet people care about Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. That's
and it was funny.
For you.
You know what's funny? I think they were trending, both of them. After that loss, they both were trending. Just to put it out there.
People know that they're fucking talented, and they should be in the main event scene. They shouldn't be jobbing out to the fucking New Day.
I sit here and shake my head. How in the hell does the WWE push the Ascension, but they won't push Cesaro and Tyson Kidd? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep. So, that's like pretty much a negative I could think of Raw, having Cesaro and freaking Tyson Kidd on the Ascension. And also this Sunday, I think there's another pre-show match. You have Cesaro and Tyson Kidd and Adam Rose teaming up against the New Day, which it's going to be in a 6-man elimination tag match. That's going to be very interesting. Well, I don't know about interesting, but I should not say that, because this is scary, because New Day could probably win and none of the members of New Day will not be eliminated. So that's a scary thought, just to put it out there.
Like I said, I said this a while back. If WWE isn't going to use Cesaro and Tyson Kidd properly, just let them go. Let them go to the fucking Indies and let them go to Japan, where their talents are going to actually be showcased. Because if Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, if they both got released today, they would make pretty good money in Japan or on the Indies, without a doubt.
One of my 2015 predictions,
let them go.
One of my 2015 predictions actually was to see Cesaro released, and not for a bad reason, just to see him and Hero reunite on the Indies. Kings of Wrestling, man.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would love to see Cesaro back on the Indies or in Japan, wherever. Like I said, if WWE does not realize what talent they have in fucking Cesaro, let him go. Let him go and let him fucking run shit on Indies. Let him turn into AJ Styles, where he could go over to Japan and get into that main event scene.
Yeah, I would love to see that. At the same time, he's still banging Sarah Del Rey, who still works for the WWE. So, I mean, I don't know. I'd love to see him go back to the Indies, but if they're gonna keep treating him, but at the same time, I think he just want to stay because of Sarah. That's how I'm gonna put it out there. All right.
By the way, Tom, when you were singing "Let It Go" or "Let 'Em Go," I almost started singing "Frozen."
God damn it.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna go let our listeners know. Earlier when that caller was mentioning about the Big Show and that Legends panel. That Legends panel was basically set up to just have him talk about John Cena, pretty much, and then that's when the Big Show came out and the whole washed up thing. I think that was freaking ridiculous. I have to say, I don't know who made that idea up. I mean, if the irony set up for Seth Rollins, I think that should have been set up for Seth Rollins, not for the Big Show, because Seth Rollins, he's young enough to tell these guys they're washed up, not like the Big Show, who had a feud with Hogan 20 years ago, and yeah. And
yeah, I'm surprised. Hogan was in there, the Big Show was in there. Where was the Yeti? I thought this was WCW 96 all over again.
Right? Shout out to Smart Cat. He just tweeted, Tyson Kidd, Davey Boy Smith Jr. reunion at New Japan. I would love to see that, because I love the Hart Dynasty when they were in the WWE. They were great.
That'd be pretty badass.
Them against the Bullet Club. I'll be down for that. Yeah. Also, let's see what just happened on Raw. you have another match been announced, or I think it's been announced, but Usos are taking on Miz and Mizdow in a rematch for the WWE Tag Team titles.
How many times can you do
Rumble.
this match?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't count how many damn times we've seen this match since Miz and Mizdow started teaming up. I'm sick of it. At this point, the breakup of Miz and Mizdow is coming. Let them do the WrestleMania match, and then that's it.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming this Sunday because if you look at the little segment they did when Miz and Mizdow did, Miz said that not only will he win the tag team titles, he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and nobody has a stunt double like me. So basically he has two chances to win the Rumble, and Mizdow looked at him like, oh, what the hell? So I'm going to be doing a little prediction here. He's going to throw out Miz at the Rumble, and that's going to start the breakup right there. Now, I'm just saying it right now. So just putting it out there. All right. Let's see. Just see what else happened Raw. I mean, that caller mentioned about the Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt match. It just seems like a rematch from last year's Royal Rumble. If you guys remember, it was Bray Wyatt against Daniel Bryan.
You mean when Daniel Bryan was supposed to be a member of the Wyatt family for a little while, and they totally pitched that?
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, and remember when WWE was pushing Bray Wyatt as a legitimate threat in that company? Oh man, seems like forever ago.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, good times, right? Yep, that's what happened, and basically that's pretty much it. We got to cover. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about Raw. I mean, all I got to say was great to see the legends. And hopefully they just don't give us no shitty-ass Raw next week after the Royal Rumble, which I doubt it. And hopefully
well, it depends who WWE is planning on winning the Rumble, because there's one obvious winner, and if they go with the other winner, which it's been rumored, and it's a guy that WWE seems to be wanting to push, he's Samoan. If he wins the Rumble, then there's going to be riots not only in Philadelphia but the next night on Raw. So, we'll leave that up to WWE.
You know what's funny? I mean, no disrespect to the guys from Eyes of the Ring, but I was listening to you guys last night, and it was a lot of fear, not only from them, but like I went to Lucha Underground tapings, but there's a lot of fear going around that Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. It's because
I think it's because we don't want it to happen. But
I think you don't want to happen.
WWE, they've had opportunity after opportunity to make stars, which was obvious. People, would clamor for certain guys, and WWE had the obvious chance to push them or put a title on them or something, and they screw it up. It's the fear of typical WWE not wanting to listen to fans and doing it their way and then trying to force it down our throats. I
can tell you right now,
I don't hate Roman Reigns.
I've said it with the fact that
I don't hate Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns can be a really big star in WWE, but it's just not his time. And there's Roman Reigns has like this perfect look. He looks badass. If you were in a bar fight, you'd want a guy like Roman Reigns to back you up. He looks badass. He's got a good look. He's okay in the ring. But the problem is just all these scripted promos that they give the guy that makes him sound like an idiot. It's just not Roman Reigns' time right now. What they need to do is stop giving Roman Reigns those stupid, crappy, scripted promos. Just let him go out there and kick the shit out of people. I don't know what's so hard about it, but obviously.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, guys. I've set in with the fact that I think Reigns is winning the Rumble. I really do. I don't think WWE has the faith in Daniel Bryan they once had. He's over. But, I mean, after they gave him the ball to run with after last year's WrestleMania, he kind of dropped the ball. I hate to say it.
I know.
You can't blame that on Daniel Bryan.
No, I understand that, but from WWE,
injuries are going to happen. Injuries,
but from WWE's point of
can
view,
happen at any time. John Cena could go out on Raw next week and tear his ACL, and it could just happen. I'm not saying I'm wishing for it to happen or it's going to happen. It's a fact of wrestling.
Yep.
So
I totally understand that, but from WWE's point of view, it took so much for them to change their plans and to give Daniel Bryan the ball to start with, and then the fact that he got injured, I don't think they have that same faith.
I think it's also because they haven't built up any legitimate main eventers. If they would have built up a bunch of guys that could be legitimate threats to the title, that wouldn't have been a problem. But it's the fact that they build up, 2-3 guys to be, contenders for the title, and then if somebody gets injured, then they're fucked. So and WWE will never admit it's their fault. Never. They'll always blame the performers. But I don't know. I think WWE would be making one of the biggest mistakes if Roman Reigns wins that Rumble.
Yeah, I'm actually just calmed. I'm just relaxing. Roman Reigns is winning it, and also if you see what's going on right now, they're just making. If you see all this shit going on with Daniel Bryan right now, they're trying to take him out of the Rumble and all this shit. That just shows me that that Daniel Bryan is gonna win the whole thing. He's gonna beat Kane on Thursday. He's gonna go in the Royal Rumble on Sunday and win the whole thing. I know there's a lot of fear that Roman Reigns is, and there's another point that Matt just said that Daniel Bryan got hurt right after the WrestleMania and all that. But didn't Roman Reigns just got hurt recently? To me, I think that kind of hurt Roman Reigns' chances more now, because I believe a few months ago, like in the summertime, that I actually thought that they're going to go with Roman Reigns, but with that injury, took him some time off, and then Daniel Bryan come back. He had a good reaction. I bet you had a better reaction than Roman Reigns. That just shows me more and more that Daniel Bryan's going to win. It's just a story, like Daniel Bryan came back from a serious injury. He wins the Rumble, and then he goes in WrestleMania and he wrestles the champion, whoever that be, which I'm still expecting to be Brock Lesnar. So that's what I'm expecting to see, and I think I'm going to see Daniel Bryan win the WWE title at WrestleMania, which I'll be there. So I'm just cool, calm, relaxed. Just, everybody that's listening, praise Aaron Rodgers again, RELAX. Relax. All right.
Yeah, and look what happened with Aaron Rodgers. Their team had a 16-point lead yesterday, and then they lost. So I don't think quoting Aaron Rodgers is quite appropriate right now.
Well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't play defense in special teams, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, he's telling his whole team to relax, and then they lose. So I don't know. It's the simple fact of if Daniel Bryan doesn't win the Rumble, a lot of fans are going to be pissed. It's not going to look good for WWE, and I don't know if they can stop.
And another thing is that they learned their lessons last year when Batista won the damn Rumble. They booed the shit out of him. People fucking give it to him.
Yeah, but the only reason that Daniel Bryan was put into that WrestleMania spot was because CM Punk left. CM Punk doesn't leave, they don't put him into the title match at WrestleMania. CM Punk leaving made Daniel Bryan get into the match at WrestleMania.
I just don't think. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I think they learned their lesson, because if they want to get getting booed shit out of, come on, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are just 6 hours away. You don't want to have.
I can see that, but you're also talking about a Vince McMahon that's been out of touch with what people want for the past, 15, 20 years. So I can't trust Vince McMahon. I can't trust the WWE. Unless I see it happen, then I won't trust them until it happens.
I don't know, but to me, it sounds kind of crazy, but I kind of see a Roman Reigns Big Show match at WrestleMania because it just seems like
that's not going to be shit or anything, but okay.
I mean, I think you
at least you won't be main
that.
eventing. At least you won't be main eventing.
I know. At least you guys would accept that because if you think about it, there's all these rumors that Fast Track pay-per-view is going to be a main event, a tag team main event between John Cena and Roman Reigns against Big Show and Seth Rollins. Okay, what we do? But where's that payoff match between the Big Show and Roman Reigns going? There's no answer to that, so I'm guessing that's going to be WrestleMania to me. Yeah,
and I think about it now, and I know the perfect opponent for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania if WWE does it right. I think the perfect opponent would be a heel Sheamus. I think you bring Sheamus back and you have him like team with Roman Reigns for a week or two, and he's looking like the old Sheamus, and then out of nowhere he just bro kicks the hell out of Roman Reigns and tells him that you think that you can get to the top as fast as I did, you can, blah blah blah, whatever. I think a Roman Reigns Sheamus match would be suitable for both guys at WrestleMania because you don't have Roman Reigns in the title match, and it gives Sheamus something to do, and you bring back a heel Sheamus, which I think is much better than face Sheamus.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree with you there. I mean, a heel Sheamus would be. I think I'd rather see heel Sheamus versus Roman Reigns, but I just don't know what's going on with Sheamus at the meantime. Like if he's getting out after WrestleMania, I just don't know any updates on Sheamus as of right now. But we'll see if that happens. But like I said, I still think it's going to be a Roman Reigns Big Show match. And that's what we're going to see. And another thing I got to go back to Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan's little match I had earlier today. Keep Bray Wyatt winning. Keep making him look unstoppable because you need to have him do that against The Undertaker. You all know Undertaker's coming back, and he's going to go against Bray Wyatt. That's what it looks like it's going. The dead man's coming. And someone just fucking tweeted Rollins is winning the Rumble. Who is that? Okay, shout out to SmartCast. Rollins wins it at the Rumble. Ambrose and Reigns pull off the Lex Luger Bret Hart double elimination. We get all in Shield 3-way at WrestleMania. That's a good one right there. The Shield main event WrestleMania. That's gonna be a good one right there. But anyways, like I said, just keep Bray Wyatt winning and have him go against The Undertaker because The Undertaker should be coming back pretty soon. The dead man is walking again. So, there you go.
I'm kind of surprised that Undertaker didn't show up tonight. And another funny tweet to share, why was tonight's Raw called Raw Reunion when it was pretty much a Nitro reunion?
Oh, fuck, Sting, Six-Pack. Damn, that's a fucking crazy tweet there. Fuck, man. They should have
pretty much just sit back on Twitter during Raw and just watch the tweets, man. That's like the most entertaining part.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, and what's funny is that, they should have made one of those old school Raws today instead of this Raw reunion. Just have Hall Nash and all those guys. But let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I saw another tweet from tonight. Someone threw out the idea that Seth Rollins wins the title at the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins wins the Royal Rumble, and then he cashes in the Money in the Bank on himself at WrestleMania, making it Seth Rollins versus Seth Rollins versus Seth Rollins, triple threat at WrestleMania.
God, I don't think it could get any better. You might as well just put a broomstick in the ring with him.
Well, that would be interesting for me to see at WrestleMania, because remember, Tom, I'm going to WrestleMania, so I want to see something good there, okay?
I'm
just like Seth Rollins versus
Seth Rollins, and you throw in Seth Rollins in there, that's a pretty good triple threat.
What about Seth Rollins?
Right.
I don't know if Seth Rollins would get in there against Seth Rollins.
Is that what you're talking about? Seth Rollins against Seth Rollins all night? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say right now, shout out to Nathan for listening, man. Shout out, man. Thanks for listening, bro. And just to quote Aaron Rodgers once again, REAX, relax. Roman Reigns ain't winning the Rumble. I am going to WrestleMania, and I'm going to see Daniel Bryan main event it. So there you go.
You better hope. You better hope, unless you're going to see Roman Reigns versus John Cena. So I hope that WrestleMania ticket's refundable.
Yeah, no kidding. I really worry for you, man. I told Skits the same thing.
Okay, next week after the Rumble, when we do this show, I'll be like, told you so. And
it's just I still feel Daniel Bryan could win the Rumble, but it's WWE. I don't trust them. It's like having a girlfriend that's notorious for cheating. Is that you want to believe that she's not going to cheat again, but you know in the back of your mind that she's still going to cheat. That's how the WWE is.
They could always pull a Randy Orton with the Rey Mysterio with the Royal Rumble win, and have him put him online, February pay-per-view, whatever, blah blah blah. You know, transfer it into a triple threat if they really need to fucking fix what they did. I don't know. I feel like they have Roman Reigns win to see how it goes over, and if it goes over bad, they can always fix it in February.
Yeah, because
it's ridiculous that they would even need to do that. It's obvious. Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. I mean, it couldn't be more obvious. I don't know what John Cena would do at WrestleMania, but I couldn't give two shits about it. John Cena could go out and wrestle Heath Slater for all I care.
Are you wanting Daniel Bryan to die?
I'm sorry,
I don't know,
I'm
man.
seeing Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar. I'm seeing that at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar.
I don't know, man. Daniel Bryan's health, I don't know.
He could do it. He can do it.
He's a tough guy. He can do it.
Daniel Bryan could have like 2 broken arms, a torn bicep, could have his rotator cuff completely torn off, and he could still put on a 5-star match.
Yeah, you know what? That just reminded me of what you said, Tom. That one PWG show they had in Germany when he told Generico, I wrestled with a dislocated shoulder and this and that, and I still got in the ring. I still put off 5-star matches. So you kind of throw me back in time right there, you know?
Yeah. Brian was tough on the Indies, and he's still tough now. So I think he'll do fine against Lesnar. He won't get more hurt. You know, as long as neither of them tries a shooting star press, they'll both be fine.
Yeah, and just like Daniel Bryan right now, he's not like one of my favorite basketball players, Kobe Bryant. I don't think this injury kicked his ass like what he's doing to Kobe Bryant right now. So, yeah, there you go. And yes, I'm a Laker fan. I know we suck this year, but yeah. All right. Well, I think we should take a little commercial break. When we come back, I think we should talk my time at Lucha Underground and another report I read this morning about maybe Kalisto going to the main roster. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, then I guess we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. We just happen to be the best tag team on planet Earth, and you are listening to WrestlingHeads Radio. Good afternoon, this is England's Zack Sabre Jr., and when I'm not drinking tea and hanging out with the Queen, I am always listening to WrestlingHeads Radio. Cheerio.
Yes, Cheerios. I'm actually, it's funny, I am actually looking at a Honey Nut Cheerios cereal box right now. But anyways, welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. I got Tom and Matt with me. We just had a good conversation about Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. I'm just relaxing. I want to give a shout out once again to Nathan. I will see you at Ring of Honor in Las Vegas. I hope you don't lose money out there. I'll show you how to trick to win some money because I did walk out with $50 before. Oh, yeah. But Hey, I did. But, oh, yeah.
Since we're giving shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out to our friends at Alpha One Wrestling for a phenomenal show yesterday. Check out the teaser. It's already available.
How was that show, by the way?
Oh, man, ridiculous. Cedric Alexander, Josh Alexander, Brent Banks, great main event. And then you had R.D. Evans and Ethan Page. You had Sleazy Sparks and Allison Kay. You had the tag team titles being crowned in a 4-way tag, and much more. Alpha One Wrestling just delivered the goods yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that teaser once it was posted today. It looked just as good as, we were hyping it up to be, and I can't wait to get it.
Shane Page is the fucking man, by the way. That is all.
I think before we get into some Lucha Underground talk and some other things, I know me and Mr. Matthew Grant were up watching Raw Alternative tonight. So if you don't mind, Oscar, do you think we could talk a little bit about that tonight?
Go for it, man.
So I don't know about you, Matt, but I thought it was a great turnout tonight. I saw some guys that I've never seen before in the indie scene, some promotions I've never seen before, and I was thoroughly impressed with what was going on tonight.
Oh, man. Tonight's Raw Alternative, for one, I got to watch back a couple of the matches that I really thoroughly enjoyed in 2014. And plus, like you said, man, we just got to familiarize ourselves with some more independent talent, some more independent promotions. And I was really happy to be a part of Raw Alternative tonight.
Yeah, and to see, I was watching it and there was a chat going on YouTube, but also on Twitter, and just the response that was, gaining people's attention. People for the first time saw Ethan Page. People saw, the Super Smash Brothers for the first time. I thought it was a great turnout, and for people that just have never seen Mike Bailey, it just announced that he's going to PWG, and what a way to kick off Raw Alternative tonight than his match against Kevin Steen at C4 Wrestling, which got a ton of great response.
That fucking C4 crowd, too, as well, man. I cannot wait to get out to Ottawa to check out one of those shows because they look off the chain. And the couple of the other matches I was talking about, the Ricochet, Josh Alexander, the Young Bucks Super Smash Brothers that you brought up, Keith Walker and Eddie Kingston. I got to be in attendance for all three of those matches and just to watch them back again and just to see how good they were the second time around. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, that Young Bucks Super Smash Brothers tag match, I've seen those guys go at it before, but this was something entirely new, and to see it in front of that Smash crowd, incredible. And that Ethan Page, Johnny Gargano match from AIW, probably my favorite match of the whole stream.
Ethan Page is one of my best friends in the business, and he is just on his fucking game right now, and that is why him and Josh Alexander are going to PWG. Josh Alexander, too, man, that match with Ricochet, that was probably my favorite match I called in 2014, like I tweeted out. I look back on it, it's just ridiculous, man. Ricochet and Josh,
Yeah, and the guy that I had never heard of before, but I'm definitely going to be checking out from now, is Gary J. There was a match between him and Kyle O'Reilly from St. Louis Anarchy that was streamed tonight. Never heard of this guy before, but he had a stiff fucking match against Kyle O'Reilly. He went toe-to-toe with one of the best independent wrestlers, one of the best overall wrestlers in the world today. So I think it speaks that he can, stand against one of the best. So I'm definitely going to have to check him out.
And somebody else who doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does is Colin Delaney. He had a fucking killer match with Chris Hero from TCW. Shout out to Colin Delaney, man. He doesn't get enough credit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. People, I think, just remember Colin Delaney as this, skinny guy who was getting jobbed at on ECW. And even when he returned to the Indies, he was still kind of the same guy. He was still doing a lot of comedy. But over the last couple of years, he's really transformed himself into a hell of a wrestler, and he's really kind of changed his image And he's still incredibly young. So he's got a lot to prove, and I think he's already started that. And I loved when I went to 2CW and I saw Colin Delaney. I couldn't believe it was the same guy. I was like, holy shit. And I actually got a chance to meet Colin Delaney, and he was one of the nicest guys.
He's such a cool dude.
You could joke around with him. You could bullshit. He'll bullshit back with you. Just one of the nicest guys.
Such a party animal as well, but that's a story for a different time. Athena, a lot of people were tweeting about her. A lot of the boys even tweeting about her, saying she's one of the best female wrestlers on the planet, and I will echo that, man. Some of the things she did in that scored circle with Mia Yim from tonight's Raw Alternative show just blew me away, and if there's any shoe-in for second, man, Mia Yim's fucking phenomenal, too.
Without a doubt, both those two women went out there and I think kind of personified what women's wrestling on the independent scene is like, and that you can still catch incredible women's wrestling anywhere. It's not anywhere close to dead. There's still a bunch of incredibly talented women going out there and doing great stuff, and I think this opened a lot of people's eyes to who may not be familiar with it, and I think that was the whole point of this stream, is to just open people's eyes who have never really checked out all these independent promotions.
And AIW providing two phenomenal matches for the show. That's about it as well, man. AIW is just killing the game right now. Absolute intense wrestling. We've worked with them in the past. You guys are working with them, coming for Choo Choo Choose You. Man, just check out the AIW product. Just on fire right now. And the final shout-out I want to give out is Matt Cage and Christian Rose. Dreamwave Wrestling. They had them against Rich Swann and AR Fox. And, man, Christian Rose and Matt Cage, two of the most underrated talents on the scene. And I'm glad the world got to see that tonight.
Yeah, I was familiar with Matt Cage, but not in a big sense. And, you know, compared to a lot of the other indie guys that I talk about, I wasn't familiar with a lot of his work. But, you know, now after tonight, you have to go out and check out, you know, both those guys. And, you know, from the people that do know them, you just hear only positive stuff talked about them and how they have the brightest futures. And I can't wait to see what happens for independent wrestling with those guys and all these guys in the future. And, you know, another big special shout-out to Beyond Wrestling for hosting it on the YouTube page. And they gave out, you know, the last match between Biff Busick and Eddie Edwards, which was another great match. I mean, Eddie Edwards, I think, because he's kind of, I don't want to say stuck in the tag team, because the Wolves are a great tag team in their own sense. Eddie's singles competition, he can always go out there and put on a hell of a match, and I think people forget that about him.
Yep. And Biff Busick, man, one of the best wrestlers in the world. Maybe heading to the WWE soon, but that's a story for a different time. Yeah, shout out to Drew Cordero, shout out to Beyond Wrestling, shout out to all the promotions for actually working together for a greater cause here tonight. Raw Alternative, an absolute success in my eyes. Over 10,000 views the whole night on independent pro wrestling. I couldn't be happier with the turnout, man. Shout out to them once again. Just check, honestly, right now, we're just about hitting a boom, I think.
Yeah, and you know, besides the companies that were promoted tonight, there's still a bunch of other companies that didn't get highlighted tonight that are still going out and putting on fantastic stuff. You know, the companies that were highlighted tonight are on Smart Mark Video, and they do some great stuff there. But of course, PWG is always going to be at the top. You don't even need to torrent or stream PWG to know how good it is, because everybody knows. But a lot of these lesser companies, people may not pay attention to. Pay attention to them now. You know, go support the wrestlers. Go support all these companies. And I'm hoping within some time in 2015 to head up to Canada to either check out some Smash Wrestling, some Alpha One, whatever I can. So
it's on me too, guys.
for,
I will definitely make that happen. It is on me. You guys are my guests.
Hold on, Tom. Before you go to Canada, I think you should visit Reseda first.
I do. I need to go out to Reseda. I need to go up to Canada. I need to go out to Cleveland for AIW. I need to go out to Chicago for AAW. You know,
I suggest both of those.
I need to win the lottery. Once I win the lottery, I'll be out in all those promotions.
I suggest both of those, Tom.
You know what? That's what I want to do, because now you have Ring of Honor like coming to the West Coast. After that, I probably want to check out some AIW in Cleveland and go to Canada as well to say what's up to Mr. Matthew Grant there and check out some Alpha One or Smash.
Again, I totally recommend AIW. I've been to shows in the past and nothing but the best. And Alpha One and Smash, man, that's my hometown. That's my home crowd, and I love those guys so much. So definitely want you guys to come up here and check it out sometime.
All right. Well, I'll plan on it. We'll plan on it. We just need to get our passports and all that stuff. So, you know, they don't like us up there. I'm just saying. Yeah, and for Tom, you don't need a passport in Reseda, just to let you know that.
No. But hopefully 2015 will be the year that I'll head up to Canada, head out to Reseda, and it'll be a party. We'll all be partying together, watching some awesome independent wrestling. Yeah,
and I'm planning to move this year too. So if I live in a bigger house, hey, don't even waste your money in a hotel. Just stay here. Fuck it. If I do live in a bigger house, so let's see what happens.
I'm good.
And the area I'm planning to move is probably nearby LAX. So I don't think we don't have to drive so far. Hell, I'll even take you to Reseda. Fuck it. All right. Well, it was funny that we just talked about Raw Turtles. It was pretty cool in Turtles or whatever, but it was pretty cool, interesting story. Too bad I didn't get the chance to check it out, but you guys had fun. So yeah. Speaking about fun, over the weekend, me and Skits went to the Lucha Underground tapings. The second season, you can say. This time was a little different. They actually filmed 2 episodes in one day. Before they'll just do one and another one the next day. That's how they used to do it. But now they're doing 2 episodes, and between the first episode and second episode taping, they'll do an intermission, and you can actually take pictures with the wrestlers. That's the most different, but all I gotta say is Lucha Underground seems like it's getting better and better. We get to witness. It got tweeted out, but then El Patron. I'm saying it like how Matt will say it. Hold on, I gotta say it right. Hold on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. El Patron Alberto appeared at Lucha Underground. Not only that, he actually brought the AAA title with him. Yes, the AAA title. He did appeared and did a little thing explaining what he's doing with Lucha Underground. He said he's going to be a part of Lucha Underground, and he's happy to be part of Lucha Underground. And, yeah, that's pretty much it until the guy who he beat for the AAA title, Texicano, they have a big rival in Mexico in the AAA promotion. He came out and attacked Del Rio. Oh, sorry, El Patron. Sorry. And, yeah, that's what happened at the tapings. And, yeah, and also we saw the debut of your boy, Matt Hernandez. He came out, but he only wrestled 2 dark matches out there. I'm interested to see when he's going to actually appear on the show, but he only wrestled in dark matches. But I'm trying to figure out his tag team partner's name. He came out with this dude. He's like a freaking Mexican Kurt Angle. He does these crazy, sick moves. He's very interesting. I think his name is Jeff Cobb. I could be mistaken, but you guys gotta check this guy out. He's pretty good, and it seems like Fernandez is gonna form a tag team with this guy. So yeah, you guys gotta check these guys out. Also, guys getting more heat out there. The fucking Crew, which is B-Boy, now known as Bale in Lucha Underground, Little Cholo, now known as Mr. Cisco, and Ricky Reyes, now known as Cortez Castro. These guys are getting heat like a motherfucker out there, which is good because they're heels. There are heels in the show, but they're doing a real good job at getting heat in that crowd. So they're doing a great job there. They're doing their thing out there, and that's what they're doing out there. I don't know if I want to keep spoiling things, but it was great to see Prince Puma, Cage, and yeah. But no, it sucks that this weekend they're doing another tapings, and I'm not gonna be going to these shows because I'm going to that AWS show this weekend. So that's gonna suck. But it was great. I don't know if you guys been following Lucha Underground, but if you guys like what you guys seeing right now, I think you guys gonna like coming up when the second season starts. So yeah, I don't know what else you guys want me to say. I mean, what you guys want to know, but that's what I could give out there. And yeah, I don't want to be burying Skits, but he did drop his phone at the tapings and he broke his phone. So yeah. I don't know what else you guys want to say.
Maybe he won't have his ship phone anymore. I guess we'll have to take away that Twitter account.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Lucha Underground. I've been enjoying it ever since it debuted. It's definitely gotten better and better as the week's gone on. It's something completely different, which is obviously good in the sense, and can't wait to see what they do in the second season. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Can't wait to see, and I'm hoping I don't get spoiled too much.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil you that much of what's going on storylines, but check out Drago versus Aerostar. I want to see the second match. There's a little angle going on between the two. I'm not saying they're feuding, but it's some kind of angle that's going on out there. But check out the second match. That match was freaking awesome. So that's what I can tell you. And also, Johnny Mundo and King Cuernos, they're doing something now. The little rivalry is freaking very interesting. So when you watch that second season, you'll see what happens. But Queen Cuernos, man, I mean, Queen Cuernos is fucking awesome. It's the dude who carries with the fucking deer in his head. That guy is freaking awesome. But he could go against anybody. That guy looks like he could go against anybody. You can put him in a match against Yokozuna. They'll have a good match. Seriously. That guy is freaking amazing. King Cuernos is fucking awesome. I mean, Skits was fucking blowing the way out there. I haven't seen Skits, like, enjoying a wrestling show like that since, just PWG shows, you know. It's almost like Lucha Underground's another thing that he will not miss. Like, he wants to go. He doesn't want to miss PWG. He has days off for PWG, but he wants to see Lucha Underground a lot. And there's more Lucha Underground shows than PWG shows, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. Yeah, that's all I could share for you guys. I don't know if you guys want to know any questions or anything, but that's what I could give you. But Lucha Underground, people, watch, trust me, it gets better and better. And what Skits will say, it's making TNA look like shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Looking forward to all the new matchups that are going to come into play, and I'm definitely enjoying all the luchadors from AAA coming in. I think that was awesome to see, you know, guys, once again, I never heard of, and then next thing you know, they're your favorite high flyers. And there's a lot of talent in AAA that not a lot of people here in North America get to see. So definitely Lucha Underground is doing some good things, and I think it's only going to continue.
There's so much wrestling on TV that I don't get the chance to catch Lucha Underground as much as I would like, but I can't help but agree. Lucha Underground is a fresh product. The thing the Aztec Battle Royal they had a couple weeks ago was just ridiculous. It was so innovative, and like Gabe Sapolsky said, how the fuck are you supposed to be excited for the regular Royal Rumble when you had something like that on TV a couple weeks ago? it blows your mind what Lucha Underground's bringing to the table, and I'm really happy to see that there's something fresh on TV.
Yeah, definitely. Matt, I will try to catch up every episode because the second season looks like it's going to be better. So I'll catch up everything.
I got to do some catch-up.
You better. Yeah, if I ever do some catch-up, you better do it now because the second season looks very interesting. Next week's show at Lucha Underground, watch the ending because I know where this is going to. Watch the ending with Conan because you'll see what's up. You're going to like the ending, and just check it out. It's going to be great. And Lucha Underground is freaking amazing, and I wish Skip's right here with me because he'll give us his thoughts, but I think he shared it at last night's episode of Eyes of the Ring show. I think he was on for a little bit, and he shared only a little bit of it. He just pretty much said what I'm saying. Just he make TNA look like shit.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I would normally save plugs for the weekend, but I won't be on the show Friday night because I will be in Marionette Park, Illinois for AAW, the Chaos Theory. They got a big show coming up, and it's headlined by an AAW heavyweight title match pitting the champion, Eddie Kingston, against the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. You also have Ethan Page versus DJ Z, yes, the Romance DJ, Zema Ion making his return to AAW. You also have the debut of Shannon Moore taking on Chris Sabin, and much more on that Chaos Theory card. So that's where I'll be Friday night, boys.
Shannon Moore, wow. AAW. We got to figure out what we're going to do our next show because Friday night, me and Skip are going to Wrestling Cares /AWS, their tournament with the women and tag team. So that's night one, and night two Saturday. So that's where we're going.
It's funny that you bring that up because tomorrow night, right on this network at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Indie Power Rankings Live, myself and co-host John Wayne Murdoch will be presenting in the AWS and Wrestling Cares Race to the Ring preview show. We've got some guests lined up. We're going to share some predictions. We got the match card. We're going to be talking AWS and Wrestling Cares Race to the Ring tomorrow here on the network. So hopefully you guys tune in.
All right, I'm actually going to be tuning in because I'm actually going to be the damn show, so I want to hear what you guys' thoughts of it and all that. If I hear something ridiculous, I'm going to call in like, what the fuck? But,
I'll be expecting it.
I will be doing it. Yeah, I'll be doing it. But, I'll listen to it. And I know you guys are listening. You guys should listen to. I mean, give me an amazing tournament. If you guys are not familiar with the Wrestling Cares, they had a tournament going on, and Johnny Gargano won the whole thing, but that was a singles tournament. They had a little women's tournament as well, and the tag team, but with just a few names on there, and Katarina Waters, a.k.a. Winter, or Kelly Burchill, won the women's, and then the tag team was from APW, Timothy Thatcher and John Oliver. They won the tag tournament. So, it was great watching Wrestling Cares. I'm hoping AEW doesn't change the rules because it was awesome. The Wrestling Cares were awesome, and I hope the AEW guys don't change the rules. So, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
If you're talking about rules, I actually can share the rules of both tournaments with you. I have them in my inbox if you give me a second.
So, because what I'm talking about, people, is that each match they had it was like 10 minutes, and then whoever gets the most balls win. That's how it works.
Yeah, I actually have it right here. Tag team tournament rules. It will be a 12-minute time limit, 18 minutes for the finals. Each fall will, by pinfall, submission, or countout, scores 1 point. A disqualification against one team will result in a point for their opponents. Any pinfalls or submissions broken up by a team's illegal man will be a disqualification and results in a point for the opposing team. If the score is tied after the time limit expires, there will be a 5-minute sudden death overtime where the next team to score a fall wins. If the score is still tied after sudden death, both teams are eliminated, and the winner will receive the world's first tag team championship rings. If any competitors are busted open or injured during a race for the ring match, the match will be immediately stopped, and the score at the time of stoppage will determine the winner.
Awesome.
And then women's tournament rules, I'll run over them quickly as well. 8-minute time limit matches, 15 minutes for the final. It's a triple threat match final. Each fall, pinfall, submission, countout, scores 1 point. Disqualification results in 1 point for the opponent. If the score is tied after the time limit expires, it'll be a 5-minute sudden death overtime where the next to score fall wins. And if it's still tied after sudden death, both competitors are eliminated. The winner will receive the wrestling's only women's championship ring and will face the AWS women's champion in February or March.
Oh, okay. All right. See what happens. Right now, I know Hudson envies the current AWS women's champion, but she is in Japan right now doing Stardom. So she's doing shows for them out there. So I'm looks like she's having a great time out there. But that'll be interesting. I'll like to
her
see
and my girl
like,
Heidi Lovelace.
Yeah, Heidi Lovelace. I know you're in love with her. I don't know, but she looks good. But to me, when she cut her short, I was like, I don't know what it is.
Oh, that's my woman crush every day, man.
I don't know. It's with girls with short hair. It's like, I don't know.
Hey, man, I usually have the same reaction, but Heidi rocks it.
Heidi rocks it. Okay. Well, I never met her before, so you seem like you met her a lot of times. So, yeah.
I haven't met her a few times, and I may have fainted. No, I'm kidding.
This guy. Don't act like Tom now, please, when she's a woman. Now, Tom, I got a picture of Paige. You want to see that?
No, there's already enough pictures of Paige with creepy fans on the internet.
Hey, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I wish she did. I wish she blew a kiss. I mean, gave me a kiss too. But oh well. Yeah.
Well, see, you can pay women to do that, so it's all right.
Oh hell no! I'm not doing that. I'm not paying Paige $50 to give me a kiss, or I'm not gonna pay Sonny $150 to lay in bed with her. I'm not gonna do that. So sorry. Oh, I'm not very. I will be paying $100 to see you on Skype. So I'm sorry.
What are you, Sonny?
Yeah. I'm not paying $100 to see Sonny on Skype. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh man. All right, let's get off this topic. Let's get on to something more positive. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Bad images.
All right, you guys want to hear something positive? Let's talk something positive.
Actually, just before we get into this, I wanted to get into something kind of negative. I'm not sure if you guys saw it on Twitter today. Josh Matthews trashing Jim Ross. What the fuck?
What
yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
What did he say?
Basically just saying Jim Ross is out of touch because he tweeted something about UFC and NFL yesterday. I don't know. And then Jim Ross replied.
Yeah, he was. I think he compared because the UFC fight was on last night and so was the football game, and I think he compared the numbers or something, and Josh Matthews was like, well, that's what happens when a 60-year-old is out of touch with, what people watch, and it was just unnecessary for Josh Matthews to do it. If I can find it, I'll pull up the exact tweets, but it was something along the line to that.
Yeah, it was that, and then Jim Ross replied, and he was like, basically replied and was like, might as well tag me in the tweet kind of deal, and then Josh Matthews replied, basically said, it may be stiff, but it's true.
Yeah, so Josh Matthews, I don't know, out of nowhere. All right, so here are the tweets. It started off with Jim Ross tweeting, #UFC Boston at Fox Sports 1 at UFC 1 tonight while battling the NFL playoffs. Excellent idea. And then Josh Matthews came back with, why would anyone say UFC won the night over NFL is beyond me? Please. Stop. It's not a fair fight. If you are over 60, just go away. And then Jim Ross came back with, that's a little stiff. My remark. I'm over 60 and not going away. Didn't expect this from you. And then Josh Matthews said, it was stiff. I get that. Sometimes you got to call it like you see it. And then Jim Ross replied with, anyone who thinks I meant NFL is less than UFC, when I said UFC 1 Sunday night is ignorant. UFC programming experiment worked at NFL equals big dog. So just unnecessary shots by Josh Matthews, and Yeah,
he did put out an apology tweet, though. It just seems like after all the backlash he had, though, it was pretty much a pity apology tweet, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was trying to make himself look better, and I've never really had anything bad to say about Josh Matthews, but I think.
In fact, I put him over.
Twitter is such a good thing, but at the same time it's bad because you have stuff like this where people can just go out there and shit on other people for no reason whatsoever. There was no reason or rhyme to do this. It was just Josh Matthews looking to be like a dick. And I guess when you go from WWE and you start working for TNA, you just take shots at anybody.
Yeah,
you know what? It's funny because Rebby Sky tweeted something about that too. Basically, like all the TNA guys taking shots at WWE or something like that. And I guess Josh Matthews tweeted something as well along the lines of, "I spent 13 years bottling my thoughts up, and now I'm speaking my mind," or something.
Yeah. Well, Smartcast just tweeted that UFC did win. They had a 10 times better event than the AFC Championship game, which I agree because that game was a freaking blowout anyway. And
that Conor McGregor John Silver match was quick, but to see Conor McGregor get a huge win, it was the first time I'd watched UFC in a while actually. I'm not really up to date with UFC, but I'm aware of Conor McGregor and I wanted to see him fight. So I'd say UFC did its job. And Jim Ross, I love Jim Ross as an announcer. He's one of the best of all time. There is some things I don't like about the guy, and I don't really enjoy his podcast too much. I've listened to a couple episodes, and what I've gotten from a couple of those episodes I haven't really liked. But I will say
that he doesn't like Ring of Honor's lights?
Yeah.
All the wrestlers are too fast?
Or they no-sell all the time?
Just stuff like that, and I hate when Jim Ross interrupts his guests when they're in the middle of telling a story or talking. It's just all right, you bring these people on and then you interrupt them in the middle of the story. Stone Cold doesn't do that. Chris Jericho doesn't do that. Colt Cabana doesn't do that. Just shut up and let the guys talk. But I will say, Jim Ross has had some choice words for WWE, but he's still pretty positive about the company. He, tweets out that he still watches them and, he supports them and all that. So at least he's not, too bitter about, leaving WWE.
What do you think about that rumor that supposedly he's in negotiation to deal with Lucha Underground?
I think that would be a phenomenal idea for them. After the success of the New Japan pay-per-view had at Wrestle Kingdom 9, it would be a perfect idea to bring him in. I know they were talking about maybe even doing a three-man team, with Striker and Vampiro, and how even if you want to take Vampiro off commentary.
I think it would be cool, but if you were going to do something like that, you have to have Jim Ross updated on everything Lucha Underground, Lucha style. You need to have him updated on everything because while the New Japan broadcast was good between him and Striker, there were a lot of kind of sour points between both guys. I like Matt Striker too, but there's some
I'm marking up, bro.
That annoys me.
Yeah, to be honest, I would love to see Jim Ross and Striker in there, get Vampiro out. To me, Vampiro is better off in Spanish than in English because to me, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that him and Striker I don't feel it, both of those guys. But when I saw New Japan with Striker and JR, they did okay. They did pretty good. But
Vampiro seems very watered down in Lucha Underground, in English anyways.
In Spanish, he did big. If I understand Spanish, in Spanish, him and Hugo has something going on. I like his commentary better in Spanish than in English. It just seems like him and Striker are just having some kind of difficulty working something together. It's just having, I don't know. It seems like they're having trouble. They just can't figure each other. But
and one thing I hate is, and I've heard this about Josh Matthews doing it since he joined TNA and they moved to Destination America. Matt Stryker's done it on Lucha Underground and on the New Japan broadcast. Listen, you got fired by WWE, okay? You got released by them. We understand that. We understand that it probably wasn't right or whatever reason. But don't bring them up. You know, it seems like any chance either guy gets to, like, compare their product to WWE or try and shut down WWE, they get the chance. It's just like, no. It's just like, shut up. You're supposed to push your product and forget that WWE doesn't even exist. That's what you're supposed to do. That's just one thing that annoys me about both guys.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, the first episode of Lucha Underground I watched in Spanish. I already enjoyed the commentary with Vampiro and Hugo, who used to be in WWE. They had a better chemistry together, and but with that commentary, I mean, it's almost like making me want to watch Lucha Underground in Spanish rather than English. But you know, I still watch it in English. But if JR could come in there and just join Striker, I'll be up for it, and keep Vampiro out of there. I mean, I don't blame Vampiro. It's just that him and Striker cannot, you know, get along. They just can't figure it out. I'm sorry. That's the only negative thing I can think about Lucha Underground. But anyways, I'm going to talk about something that was reported earlier today, which is a positive note, I believe. Kalisto could be heading to the main roster pretty soon. Reason being, it's funny that I was talking about this in the Lucha Underground line, but reason being is because they're trying to see what kind of star he can be. He could be actually their next Rey Mysterio. Can he be somebody that he can make him money and all that, so they can finally release Rey Mysterio and can move on with Kalisto?
What? So
me,
they can do a
mass
versus mass match?
No. I'm meaning the reason why they're keeping Rey Mysterio in because Rey owns the rights of his name, and WWE's trying to like keep him there just for to make money, pretty much. But the thing is, though, you know, if they release Rey Mysterio right now, he could lose all the money, and that's what Rey wants to do. He wants out of there, pretty much. But WWE just don't want to lose his rights and all that stuff with his name, and they can't make money anymore. So that's why they try to bring up Kalisto, see if he can be a star like Rey Mysterio, and if it works out, they can just let Mysterio go. So to me, he has the potential to do it, but they have to do it right, though, you know. And I wish him luck out there. I enjoy his stuff when he was Samurai the Soul, and I'm enjoying stuff in NXT right now. But the main roster, I hope they don't do too much to, you know, dissipate Rey Mysterio, like win the damn Rumble and go to WrestleMania and win the damn thing. I don't want to make him too, you know, just like Rey Mysterio, but he does have a chance to like replace him as that lovable lucha guy that all the kids like. I really think he could do that, but they have to do it the right way. I'm going to pass it to Tom. What's your thoughts of Kalisto could be going to the main roster?
I figured this was going to be coming sooner or later. I thought they might have waited a little bit just to kind of get a more experience down in NXT, but whenever they want to bring him up is fine. You know, he's not like Sin Cara where he can't speak English. You know, he was born in the United States, so he speaks perfect English, and he also is fluent in Spanish. So you have that market pretty locked down. Guy is just one of the most innovative guys out there. When I first saw him as Samurai del Sol, I mean, he was doing stuff I've never seen before. And I think WWE, they don't just need to push him as, you know, the next Rey Mysterio. I think they need to push him as you know, this awesome luchador, this guy that's doing moves that nobody's ever seen, and, you know, he could get big victories. You don't have to, you know, put the WWE title on him to prove that point, but you have to make him look like a serious threat and contender, and I think Kalisto can do that. He's very talented. He has the skills and he has the potential. He's still really young. I think he's 26, 27 years old, so he has the age factor in there where he can be in the WWE for a long time to come. So I would like it. It was just wonder what they do with Sin Cara, Hunico. I think Hunico's done a pretty good job as the Sin Cara character. He's been doing some great tag team work with Kalisto. He had a good match with Wade Barrett actually on SmackDown. So he has the skills, but it's just what does WWE want to do with him? They, break him apart from Kalisto.
Maybe they bring Sin Cara back to the main roster and have them team up on the main roster. But yeah, I'd love to see Kalisto on the main roster. He's done some phenomenal work down in NXT with Sin Cara, and he definitely does have the potential to be the next Rey Mysterio, if not the next, big thing, the next big Mexican thing. The thing with Del Rio didn't really work out. They haven't really had Mysterio around for quite some time. Obviously, the original Sin Cara didn't work out, so hopefully Kalisto works out. I think it would be a good idea. But I think we have another caller. Weird because it's 111, a bunch of ones. I don't know if it's
probably
a real
block their number.
Yeah, maybe a block number. But regardless, for whoever's in queue, you're on WrestlingHeads Radio.
Opa Gangnam Style.
You have to have the dumbasses.
You see what I'm saying? That's the 111 thing's a block number. So, gun style on you, Matt.
Man. On that note, this is the Wrestling Heads countdown to the Royal Rumble, so I think it's kind of appropriate to finish off the show. We get into some Royal Rumble predictions.
All right, let's do that. Let's just go to let's talk to the fucking pre-match. New Day against Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and Adam Rose.
No. I think the pre-show match is the Ascension and
I think there's two. There's two of them, I believe.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I saw that too, as well. The 6-man elimination match. I think that's going to take place in the pre-match or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah. See? So, that match, I'm going to go with New Day.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the fucking New Day. I don't care. Jesus
Never
Christ.
mind you guys.
I hope Cesaro just swings. I hope Cesaro loses the match and starts swinging the shit out of people. The cameramen, the stage people. He swings Michael Cole and JBL into the fucking barricade. And then Cesaro takes the place on commentary.
Why does he swing you? You're going to be an hour away. Philadelphia's an hour away from you, right? So might as well swing you too.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, Cesaro can come and swing me into Philadelphia.
Hey, he can take over your position on WrestlingHeads Radio. There we go.
Oh shit! And he can speak 5 languages. Let's do that. Let's have a Spanish version of WrestlingHeads Radio. I can speak Spanish.
Anyways, I'll get into my prediction as well. I think I'm going to go with the Brass Ring Club. I'm going to go with Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and Adam Rose. I think they're going to pick up a victory. It's enough burying for these guys. Push these motherfuckers. Even Adam Rose, I'll get behind it if it means Cesaro and Tyson Kidd getting pushed.
Damn, so if they win, you have to go, oh.
I hope those days of Adam Rose are fucking over. I hope he changes his theme song to like some dark, creepy shit. Because Leo Kruger, Adam Rose was the best.
Yes.
I agree.
The Ascension will be taking on the New Age Outlaws. I am going for the Ascension on this one.
I will go with the Ascension too. I think they're going to be pissed after what happened tonight on Raw, and hopefully they kick the shit out of the New Age Outlaws. Not that I hate the New Age Outlaws, but
let's see some Shield New Age Outlaws kind of shit from WrestleMania last year, and let's just see these guys get squashed in like 2 minutes, please.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
That's all.
That's there. That's wrong there. But anyways, all right. Now we get to the Royal Rumble show, not the match, but got a tag match. You got Paige and Natalya teaming up against the Bella Twins. This is a good one, but I'm going to go with Paige and Natalya on this one. I think the winner, whoever pins Nikki is getting a title shot.
Yeah, I'll go with Paige and Natalya, too. If the only reason they're doing this match is for Total Divas, I can clearly see that. So I think Paige and Natalya are going to win this one.
As long as it involves some HLA between Paige and Natalya, I'm all for it. No, Paige and Natalya definitely for the win.
Yeah, I see these things on Twitter, previewing Total Divas that people, retweet. Is WWE, painting Paige to be, this full-on blown lesbian that's just, or is, she, a closet lesbian? Because apparently from Total Divas, that's what she is. So she's grabbing, Natalia's tits.
I can tell you from watching the episodes, yes, that's exactly what they're painting her out to be, and it's kind of amusing.
I mean, yeah, that's amusing, and, I don't mind seeing Paige grabbing Natalia's tits. I'm all for it.
Yes, and she knows how to use that tongue. Just saying.
Whoa.
God, that sounds so creepy. If people don't know what you're talking about, they're like, that's a little creepy.
Tom, you're going to go see some pictures of her after the show, but oh well. But anyways, the next match, WWE Tag Team Titles match, you got the Usos going against Miz and Miz Dowd. I am going with the Usos on this one.
Usos, no doubt.
I guess I'm going to go with the Usos, even though I'm sick and tired of them personally. But I guess they're going towards this whole Ascension Usos match at WrestleMania or something of a sort.
Which I'll be there, by the way. Yeah. I guess we're all going with the Usos there. All right, the WWE World Heavyweight Title match. You got the champ, Brock Lesnar, going against Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, and your hero, John Cena. I am actually going to go with Brock Lesnar on this one.
For this one, I'm going to go with Lesnar, but with WWE, I never know. Cena could pick up the victory. Rollins could win it for all I know. But I still think Lesnar's going to win it.
And for me, I think Cena's going to win to solidify 16. I don't know, because I said this on the other podcast. I said Lesnar's going to win straight out. Now I kind of want to change my mind. It's going to go back and forth over the next couple of days. All right, I'm going to just say Lesnar. Screw it.
Yes, sure. I guess we all got Lesnar in this. I guess last but not least, we got actual Royal Rumble match, the 30-man match. And, all right, I'm going to go last on this one. But, Tom, who you got winning the Rumble this year?
I got the Bunny. I got the Bunny winning it,
Even the Bunny in the Rumble?
The Bunny is going to win it. He's going to take off his mask, and it's going to be John Cena under the Bunny mask. No. But I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. I think he's going to win it. Even though I do have the fear that Roman Reigns is going to win it, I'm still going to go with Daniel Bryan. He needs to fucking win that Rumble, and I think he's going to win it.
Fantasy Booker's dream. Who's going to win the Royal Rumble? There's been a few guys rumored. Guys from Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan. Hell, even Dolph Ziggler's been rumored. I'm going to go on the negative note here, and I think I'm going to go Roman Reigns. WWE seems really, really. WWE seems.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh no! You guys are doing
up.
me dirty right now.
Let's just do an old school ECW chant on them. You suck dick. You suck dick. You suck dick. Suck dick.
Roman Reigns.
And ladies and gentlemen, this has solidified the heel turn for Matthew Grant.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm really, man. Roman Reigns has been the guy that WWE's want to push, and there's no better way to put him over than Brock Lesnar. And like I said, if they really want to change their plans, they really can at the February pay-per-view. So I'm going Roman Reigns.
All right. I was at WrestleMania 21. I did see the beginning of John Cena era at that time. And I will not see the beginning of Roman Reigns era this year's WrestleMania. That's not going to happen. But I'm going to pick, like I said the whole show, RELAX for all the people that's listening that you think Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble. Because he's not going to win it. It's going to be Mr. American Dragon himself, even though his name is no longer, his old name, Bryan Danielson. No, it's not his name anymore. It's Daniel Bryan. He's winning the Rumble. Yes, like he's having an orgasm. Yes, that's the one I'm picking, Daniel Bryan, and he's going to WrestleMania, and I'm going to see him in the main event up in San Francisco, 7-hour drive from me. I will be there, and I will see him walk out the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion by kicking Brock Lesnar's ass. So that's what I'm picking, Daniel Bryan. So, yes, there you go. And
now the bigger question,
go ahead.
Will any NXT talents be in the Royal Rumble?
I'll say yes. If anything, it'll either be.
Will we get the debut of Mighty Mouse? Will we get the debut of Mighty Mouse?
Get out of here, please. Fuck Mighty Mouse. If anything, okay, if they're going to pick one NXT guy, it'll either be Adrian Neville or Kalisto. It's either one of those guys. Sami Zayn ain't going to be in the Rumble, sorry.
Yeah. I think if they would put Sami Zayn in the Rumble, what they should do is Sami Zayn gets into the Rumble, starts clearing house, gets on a streak, and then all of a sudden Kevin Owens comes in and starts beating the shit out of him and just takes him out of the Rumble match. So,
or you don't even have Owens involved in the Rumble match, and you have him come in from behind or something and throw him out.
Yeah, I didn't mean he was in the Rumble match. I mean he just comes out of nowhere and just starts kicking the shit out of Sami Zayn.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because if you notice the last two NXT guys that came in the Rumble, they end up entering the main roster. So just to put it out there, Bo Dallas, Rusev, just put it out there. So if they're going to put anybody from NXT, it's going to be somebody who's going to debut in the main roster this year. So that's what I'm saying. Well, all these rumors with Kalisto or Adrian Neville coming in, that's what making me think it's going to be one of those two guys going to enter the Rumble. So we'll see what happens. And please, no Mighty Mouse. I don't want to see no Mighty Mouse, Adrian Neville.
Do you guys think that Kofi Kingston's going to do his yearly Rumble spot?
If he's in the Rumble, yeah, we'll see that.
Oh, definitely. And any legend spots.
Legends. It's got to be something from ECW like the Sandman or.
I think RVD. I think RVD is going to be in the Rumble.
Do we see Jericho?
I think Jericho's going in. I'm hearing that he's going to be in Philadelphia that weekend. I listened to Talkish Jericho, and he's claiming that he's not going to be in the Rumble, but I think he's full of shit. I think he will be in there.
And maybe we'll see Bully Ray. and Devon, maybe.
Testify!
Maybe.
Motherfuckers.
What about
Or
Hulk
maybe
Hogan?
we'll see him back in Impact Wrestling. But anyway,
What about Hulk Hogan?
I'll get out of here. He can't even get turned. Don't even throw him off. Can't even jump out the ring. But anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see the Dudley Boys come back, or they'll come back and see and get their ass kicked by, what's that group called? The Beatdown Clan. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways, we're running out of time on Wrestling Heads Radio. We will figure out if we're going to do another show this week, because this week, or this Friday, me and Skits will be at the Wrestling Cares /AWS show.
Myself, I'll be at AAW. Maybe we'll work it out for Thursday or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But people, look at our Twitters. Just check out at Wrestling Heads or at Elite Podcast Network, or just Elite Podcast, my bad. And then just check it out, and we'll probably give an announcement or anything out of the blue. Maybe in a minute we'll probably post something. But keep an eye on that, and we'll probably work on a new date for a show. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, you can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter and Instagram. I just put a picture of me with Lakers legend AC Green. That was at the Lucha Underground taping, by the way. You can check it out on my Instagram. And go to WrestlingHeads.com. Check out my blog, which I posted last week about are we going to have a Wednesday night war between Lucha Underground and NXT. So check that out. I'm probably going to return doing my match of the week. It looks like I'm going to be doing that again pretty soon. And I'm shout out to Greg Mexico if he's listening, because he likes my shit. He'd probably be excited when I'm doing my classic match of the week. Just follow Wrestling Heads, and hopefully I will return this week. If not next week, when I tell these guys I told you so, Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble. So yeah, give it up. Go ahead, Tom.
Yep, all you got to do is follow me on Twitter @2tweetme, my only social media account. That's where I talk wrestling the most. Follow me on there. I'll make sure to follow you back. We'll talk some wrestling. Make sure to check out youtube.com/WrestlingHeads. Ton of interviews, past shows. We're on iTunes. Subscribe to us there. Leave a rating. Helps us out. ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads is where you can find everything you need Wrestling Heads. And, make sure you support independent wrestling.
And buy a T-shirt for that. Buy one of our T-shirts, and Tom should wear a Wrestling Head shirt everywhere he goes, even at work. But yeah, go ahead, Mr. Matthew Grant.
Yeah, you guys talked about Pro Wrestling Tees. You definitely got to buy a WWP shirt off Pro Wrestling Tees as well. Check us out on there. Raw Alternatives was tonight, and I just want to say, man, just support your local independent. Definitely something they live off of right now. They need all the support they can get. So support independent wrestling, because right now, like I said, it's at a boom. Alpha One Wrestling, support them as well. That's something that I had a big involvement with. I'm the matchmaker, general manager. Not going to get too much into it, but definitely check out that show when it's released. Indie Power Rankings Live tomorrow. Beyond the 3 count. It's going to be Saturday. Uncle Mike and Tom show drops Thursday. Ice on the Ring Sunday. Just check out the boys on the Elite Podcast Network and keep staying tuned.
All right, then. I guess till next time, we'll see you then. And, Tom, enjoy Sunny. Peace out.
Oh, boy.